Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what we're discussing is we're talking about the Los Angeles Lakers and where do they go from now, because they were just beat by the Denver Nuggets in the first round of the playoffs 4-1. Breaking news came just as I was getting ready to record this. Darvin Ham, the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, was just fired. If you haven't heard the news already, Darvin Ham, he was fired just 2 seasons into his time with the Lakers. First season, he went to the playoffs, went the whole way to the conference semifinals, lost to the Nuggets, and then this season, he gets back to the playoffs. They lose in the first round to the Nuggets again. But going forward with the Lakers, now they have a whole bunch of uncertainties. Who's going to be their new head coach? Who is LeBron James going to come back? Who are they going to be able to bring a lot of the role players back? D'Angelo Russell, Dinwiddie, he's probably going to be gone. There's a lot of role players within their team that are they going to come back, or are they going to have to find replacements for these guys? So what I wanted to do in this video is, like I said, just kind of quick little breakdown of kind of the Lakers, kind of how the season ended, what went wrong in the Nuggets series, and then how does this team basically just bounce back from this epic collapse, and where do they go? Are they going to bring LeBron back? Are they not going to bring LeBron back? If they bring LeBron back, what can they do? If they don't bring LeBron back, what could they do? And then maybe who could be possibly their new head coach? But I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to get straight into this. So if you're going to enjoy, as always, make sure you go and drop a like onto the video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, there's going to be a few articles that we're going to have on screen, so if you want to go check it out for yourself, or any of these articles, I'll put links to them down in the description below, so if you want to go read for yourself, feel free. But first up, like I said, Darvin Ham, he was fired. We're going to kind of talk about it real quick. Him being fired, I'm going to give my opinion now and just say I don't like them firing him. The fact that the guy went to the playoffs 2 years in a row, and now I realize with the Lakers organization, they're going to be like, you had LeBron James and a lot of good role players. In our eyes, we looked at this roster, and we think we could have went a lot further than just the first round of the playoffs this year. Last year, we got the conference finals. That was really good, but you got swept. You should have won at least a game to possibly make us actually like you a little more. They were expecting after last season or going to the finals, maybe this season come back, maybe get revenge on the Nuggets, go back, maybe back to the finals, maybe get to the finals. They pretty much, the Lakers, in their eyes, they think that they should always be winning championships. Now, it says here from Lakers GM Rob Pelinka, says here, and I quote, "We greatly appreciate Darvin's efforts on behalf of the Lakers and recognize the many accomplishments achieved over the past 2 seasons, including last year's remarkable run to the Western Conference Finals." He then went on to say, quote, "We all want to thank Darvin for his dedication and positivity. While this was a difficult decision to make, it is the best course of action. Following a full review of the season, this organization will remain unwavering of its commitment to deliver a championship caliber basketball to the Lakers fans around the world." Quote. Now, first things first, when it comes to Darvin Ham, here's my thing. I think he was a pretty good coach for the Lakers. He knew what he was doing. He could kind of operate. He was able to try to figure out what guys were playing well. Could some guys maybe that were starting, they need to go on the bench? Could guys that were on the bench need to get in the starting role? As it says here with Russell Westbrook, he pretty much knew that if you let Russell Westbrook start, he was kind of more of a liability to the team. When he started making him come off the bench last season, he was actually a much better player. Now, like I said with Darvin Ham, I think if he would have been a coach for somebody else, like a smaller team, we see like right now with Orlando, small squad, the coach down there, I forget his name, but he got a small team, try to just build it up. He doesn't have any championship expectations. He's had now 3 years, and they are on the brink of trying to beat the Cavs in the playoffs. And that's what Darvin Ham needed. He needed a team that he could just go into, take it day by day. He's not going to be expected to go win a championship first year, not even the second year, probably not even the third year. He'd be given time with his general manager to build a roster, go draft like your #1 guy, like the first year they're there, and try and just develop a team. And with the Lakers, you're not really given the opportunity. You are expected to get a championship. Now, when it comes to the Lakers, of what are they going to do this season? Because like I said, they have a lot of guys that are going to be free agents this season. Who are they going to bring back? Are they going to let people go? Are they going to be able to go out and sign some people? In this article, kind of talks about like some assets they could use, possibly go trade some people. As we know right here, it says they have a lot of first-round picks, and I do know that. They have a lot of first-round picks they could possibly go out there and trade. Right now, they're holding on to, like, I think it was a 2027 a couple years ago. They were trying to hold on to it. They ended up letting it go. 2029 as well, they're trying to hang on to. And 2031, I don't really understand the importance of those years, because you don't really know who's going to be drafted then. Those guys right now are like, what, 10, 11 years old? Are you really going to bank on your future on a 10, 11-year-old right now? Getting into some of the players that you could possibly use to trade away. Austin Reeves, I wouldn't trade him away. I think he can be a very solid piece. He averages, I want to say, like 15, 20 right here, 16 points a game. Plus, he gets about 5 assists per game. And as he kind of grows as a player, he's going to get even better. It says here he was finished 7th in 6th man of the year. I think that's really his role. He can be a really good 6th man of the year for the team. Now, I realize he does start, so that's kind of the reason why he can't really win 6th man of the year. I really think the Lakers, if they're going to keep developing and keep growing as a team, keep Austin Reeves. Rui Hachimura, they brought him in because he was a solid defender and he could make threes. He can make some good shots. I don't know if they would really want to keep him. I think they would probably package him in if they could possibly go get somebody big or big time for their team. D'Angelo Russell's the one that I believe he's a free agent, so they're going to probably just let him walk if he is a free agent. If he's not a free agent, I think they could possibly package him in and try to get him somewhere else, maybe try to get somebody else into the Lakers to help. Because the thing with D'Angelo Russell is one night he's like way up here, the next night he's way down here, and then it's just very up and down. There's no like somewhere in here. It's either he's scoring 4 points or he's scoring 25 points. Now, as it says here, they are in win now mode. Now, I realize with the Lakers, they're always in win now mode, but here's the thing. Sometimes you need to take a step back and you need to just look at the overall landscape of your team and realize you're not really ready for a championship. I mean, coming over here to ESPN.com, looking at the roster, you look at the points per game. LeBron James obviously is going to get his. Anthony Davis going to get his. Austin Reeves, like I said, don't get rid of him. He's going to be a solid piece for the Lakers in the future. Russell, I think he can walk, in my opinion. And then everybody else is like, Jesus Christ. Like Gabe Vincent, he was a stud for Miami there in that run. And then like, what the fuck happened? He comes over to the Lakers and he's just like a nobody. Spencer Dinwiddie, he was supposed to be like an underrated signing for you guys and help you out in the playoffs. 3 points a game. And Hachimura barely showed up in these playoffs. Now looking at the Lakers' future, when you look at their team, right here you can see one thing I do need to point out is LeBron James actually declined his 5th-year option, or a player option, correction. Basically in a way saying he had a couple of months, or like a couple of weeks at least, to kind of say if he's going to decline or accept it. From what reports have been saying is that he's probably going to decline it, I think is where the news is going. So if he declines it, right there's some money you're saving there. You're well over your cap space if you ask me. Like I said, D'Angelo Russell, I would let him walk $18 million if you can save right there. Rui Hachimura, I'd probably let him walk another $17 million you can save right there. Gabe Vincent, he is not showing up at all. I would let him walk. Like, I'm gonna be honest, if the way the team looks, if LeBron James were to just pop up tomorrow and be like, yep, I'm retiring, or yep, I'm going somewhere else, this team's like, the rest of the team is not. You might make the playoffs again as like a play-in, but I don't think you're going any further than that. And I'm just being brutally honest. I don't think this team's going that far. Now, when it comes to the Lakers on who could they hire to replace Darvin Ham, like I said, Darvin Ham, he got a bad rap. I wish him nothing but the best. I think he'll get another head coaching job in the future. All that remains to be seen is who will give him the shot. But kind of going through a couple candidates, Ty Lue trying to say they're gonna get him away from the Clippers. I don't see that happening. I think the Clippers are actually in contact with him, Ty Lue, right now by getting a contract extension done, so that's exciting to see. Mike Budenholzer, former coach of the Bucks. I think this could be an interesting hire. This one I would actually kind of like. I think because he has the experience with the NBA, winning a championship, going far in the playoffs. So the only thing that I would kind of not like is the fact that he is the former actual head coach when Darvin Ham was underneath Mike Budenholzer. So in Darvin Ham's case, it's like you're basically getting replaced by your old boss. But when it comes to Bud, I think he'd be a good coach for the Lakers. I don't know. It would feel filthy to me. Juwan Howard, he was fired by Michigan, but I think this year, him coming to the NBA, I don't know how that would work. I don't really like that hire. Bill Handy would be a good hire. I think he'd be interesting, kind of see how he works out in the NBA, going with the Lakers. I just think, like I said, championship expectations. That's the problem. And going down the list, I mean, you got David Adelman. We'll get to that one in a second, but with some of these guys like David and Phil, are these guys going to be ready to be basically told day one, win a championship this year or die? I don't know if they're ready for that one, but let's move down the list. This is the one I want to talk about. We'll kind of go through some of the other ones real quick. Terry Stotts, Kenny Atkinson. They're good, like possible candidates. Frank Vogel from the Suns. I think he was going to be let go, or if he's fired. I haven't heard the news. I believe he was fired already from the Suns. But let's move back up here. These guys, I think everybody here is a good candidate. So far, I would say like Juwan Howard, maybe, big maybe. Mike Budenholzer is probably the number one candidate in my eyes. But JJ Redick, this is one that I would be interested in, just like everybody would be glued to the TV to watch. Do you all know why we look at the teams like the Lakers, the Warriors, even when they suck? Because they're eye-catching. People want to watch them. Why? Because they're interesting. Number one, they got LeBron James. Number two, it's LA's team. And if JJ Redick becomes the head coach, number three, JJ Redick is fucking awesome. He's probably my favorite NBA analyst, to be honest. And if he was like head coach of the Lakers, oh my god, that would be like a reality show. Like behind the scenes, JJ Redick, he's got his own podcast. LeBron James, he's been on the podcast, I think once or twice. And those two, when they talking to each other, it's like just brother and brother, like best friends, just shitting on each other. And it's funny as hell. Now just imagine JJ Redick as the head coach of the Lakers and LeBron James maybe having a bad game, and JJ Redick getting in LeBron's face telling him, set the screens, pick and roll, you had an easy cut there, shoot the damn ball. Oh my god, it'd be like a reality TV show. Now, would JJ be a good NBA head coach? I don't think so. I think if JJ Redick ever wanted to get into coaching, go to college first, be a college head coach, try it there, or maybe try to be an assistant coach first. But ultimately, I kind of want to wrap it up by saying this. Like I said with the Lakers, they got a lot of work to do this offseason. The draft's coming up. They're going to have to get some big time pieces in there. They're going to do work in the offseason. Figure out, is this roster they have right now, are they willing to just bring everybody back and just run it back again? Word on the street with LeBron is he's kind of waiting to see with the draft. Is his son going to get drafted? If his son gets drafted, word on the street is he's going to that team. If his son does not get drafted and he goes back to college for another year, LeBron will probably just go back to the Lakers for another year. Or like I said, for all we know, maybe LeBron will retire. But I'm telling you right now, Lakers fans, I wouldn't be banking on a championship coming anytime soon. Because if your whole future is reliant on Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis, I'm telling you right now, Austin Reeves is a good player. Anthony Davis, when he's healthy, he's a good player. But he's only healthy about 60, maybe 65 games a year. On average, in the past, it's been about 50. But like I said, I don't see the Lakers winning championships unless LeBron James comes back and they get the perfect hire head coach. And I'm talking about perfect hire. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on this video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you want to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you think the Lakers will win another title? Do you think the Lakers are going to be good this offseason? Are they going to be fine? Are they going to be, do I need to chill out? Are they going to bounce back this next offseason and get back to the playoffs and possibly maybe beat the Nuggets next season? Question mark. Whatever your opinion may be, leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below. Be more than welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Don Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.